Good evening, everyone. Welcome to RadioSilentPlay.com. I am your moderator for today on December 14th, 2014. Let me start off by saying I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own due diligence before trading any stocks or options. Trading stocks and options requires lots of risk. I just want to thank everybody. I know I was out pretty much most of the week last week on business. I was actually out in California and border town Tijuana. I had a little bit of a scare. Um, I was actually in a hotel and I was on the seventh floor. There was actually a fire out there, so it was a little difficult for me. I had to transition into a new hotel. Thank God that I was able to get out in time. But just want to give everybody a special thanks for bearing with me. I know it was a kind of a light week last week. We had a big move in the big boards. We had a Thursday meeting where we spoke about the IWM, also the SPY with that 208 level, which I will explain later on. But we are back to normal. Okay, we are looking forward to this trading week. Let me just go over what's going on in the markets, especially in December. Remember that we are nearing tax season. We may see new bottoms on several stocks. Just be aware of that, both big boards and also small caps and no. So just bear that in mind. We could see new lows. Okay. So I just want traders to understand market conditions. We've still had several winners. I know Tango mentioned WDHR. That gave an opportunity to enter as low as 0007, closed at 14 with over 24 million shares. So there have been trades out there. Okay. A stock that triggered last week, it triggered at 10, hit a high of 16, pulled back, traded as low as 0008, hit a high of 12. So that gave another opportunity. I think HBRM is still in play. So I will be going over several things. I will start off with the big boards. Okay, moving along on the big boards, what we noticed was that 198.50 level that we was giving out to members. Okay, that actually I'm sorry, 208, 208. I don't know why I got that. Well, actually, let me start over. What we're looking at here now is this 220 level. Okay, that 220 level is a 50-day moving average. When I did mention this level, okay, we mentioned this pivot top from this September, mid-September, and it was creating a significant resistance here. Okay, we started seeing lower highs or lower lows, and the markets did pull back. Okay, now what we're looking at, if I see a buying opportunity, okay, I don't think that the markets will close below 198.50. So optimum entry here on the SPY will be that 198.50 level. If it kisses that 198.50 level, which is the 100-day moving average, I think it'll be a bounce opportunity. Okay, I still feel the markets will close higher into the end of the year, so just bear that in mind. Okay, so watch that 198.50 to $200.20. Okay, those are the major levels of support. Why? Okay, so write those numbers. 100-day moving average is at 198.50. Okay, and the other support that we're looking at is that 200, okay, and 20-cent level. Okay, so those are major supports. Okay, you got a bit of a topping tail here. Okay, which was on the, I believe, the 9th. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Just keep these levels, okay, on your radars. Okay, because we could see a significant bounce. I did post on JP Morgan, what we're looking at on JP Morgan and other banking stocks like Bank of America, also Wells Fargo. You're seeing this bear flag setup start forming. So watch that $61.50 range on the JP Morgan. We're also seeing that on also the Bank of America. Okay, these okay, you're seeing a significant drop here. So what we're looking at is this flag here, this bear flag here. So watch these banking stocks. I think that the banking stocks are looking a lot weaker. Okay, I want traders to keep an eye on the banking stocks. Okay, here's another one that we had a bit of a topping tail with Wells Fargo. Okay, so any moves, okay, to test these previous highs to 55 levels, I think will be a nice shorting opportunity on the banks. Okay, so keep an eye on Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and also JP Morgan. Okay, let me just go over what's going on with the dollar. Okay, the UUP, it's still significantly strong. Okay, but now we're testing this this 20-day moving average at 23.40. If you close below the 23.40 on two consecutive closes, watch gold, silver, and oil. Okay, so I know there's quite some concern on the USO and it keeps dropping, but this is getting very attractive here. Okay, it's about to reach that 20 even number that we spoke about. So watch the USO, watch the UGA. Okay, these are very oversold conditions now. So I want traders to keep an eye on these levels. Okay, the UGA also, like we spoke about, was the RSX. Okay, that's the Russian ETFs. So anybody that wants to go long term on these stocks, okay, I'm a firm believer of hedging. Okay, going long hedge on these stocks. Okay, these markets are completely oversold right now. Okay, if usually what you'll do is you'll get panic and you'll talk about um, how these markets are unstable, and you'll start seeing, okay, the talking heads speak about how Russia's doing extremely bad, how oil is messing up economies. So I just want traders to understand that. Okay. Also, the Canadian dollar, we spoke about that. Okay. Okay, we're looking at the Canadian dollar here as well. So those in the forex, okay, that are trading forex, just watch the FXC. Okay, if you guys want to write that down, watch the FXC. It's getting very attractive down at the lows as well. So any pullback on the US dollar, if it closes below that 23.40 on two consecutive closes, okay, watch this gap fill here, okay, at that 23.13 or 23.10 level. Okay, that's that level here. Okay, so just watch this, watch the UUP here. Okay, so because it is pulling back. So I just want traders to understand market conditions, and we're looking at these for now. Okay, so any questions on anything that we've spoken about? Okay, anybody understand why we're looking at these markets? These markets are very oversold. When you're talking about commodities, okay, it's very good for consumers, just regular non-investors. Okay, you can buy gas, you can buy oil at cheaper prices, but it's not really beneficial to some countries. And global markets work in tandem. So I want traders to understand that um, lower prices, okay, may not, benefit markets. Okay, so once a market hits all-time lows, okay, it is significant and it will affect the market. So just bear that in mind. Okay, we are in the holiday seasons. Okay, and usually we have winter seasons, and companies want to make their money. So just bear that in mind. Okay. Any questions on anything that we've covered thus far? Okay, moving along. What I'm looking at here on the option side, I'm looking at JPM. Okay, I didn't post on the WFC, but it's basically the same type of setup. What we're looking at here is these bear flags forming on these levels. Okay, we closed below the $60.99 range, which is the 20-day moving average here on JP Morgan. So any move up and to kiss this level, okay, or a breakdown below $60.89 or consecutive close, okay, we could test this 50-day moving average here at $60.04. So if we break below that, okay, we could see a move down to this 58.70 level. Okay, so just bear that in mind. I think that the banking stocks are under pressure. Okay, so I am looking at these levels. Last week, okay, we mentioned about the IWM. It gave two opportunities to actually hit that 118. It gave a times two play. Okay, it was a rinse and repeat. I believe a couple of guys on Skype mentioned, okay, who's buying the IWM puts at 118 again. It was a good trade, and still panning out. Now, status, but now what we're looking at is the USO at an even level at 20. So watch that 1920 kiss. All right. Right. Okay, Sears Holding also a good move up to 34. Okay, I think Sears Holding. Okay, so a low of $31.80. So it is breaking down. If we look here at Sears Holding, closed at 32.30. After hours, we're looking at 32.30. So what I'm looking here is, okay, any potential retest at this 34 level will be a shorting opportunity again. So I think that this will hit $29. So just watch the shield. It looks a lot weaker. Okay, that's pretty much it. I haven't posted any other stocks. I am looking at Apple. Okay, watch that 108.35 for a bounce. Okay, this is your short-term bounce level here at 108.35. So if you want to keep an eye on that 108 kiss, okay, that is pretty much the level that you want to keep an eye on. Okay, for that bounce. Yeah, I know a lot of traders like to trade the Apple. I would look for any move down to 108. Okay, a potential kiss of that 108.30 level. So watch that even number test of 108. Okay, moving on. I'm moving on to small caps. Small caps still in play. Last week we talked about Hero, HERO. Okay, gave an opportunity to enter as low as $1.07. Okay, it did rally. Okay, up to about $1.20, but then since then it has pulled back to $1.10. So watch that dollar even number here. Okay, any pullback down to this dollar range, I think it's going to be a good buy zones. So again, make sure you keep your stops tight. Okay, again, we are in tax season, so I want traders to understand that there will be more sellers in this market, but at the same time, okay, if this catches a bid, you could see this test at $1.30, and that's about a 20 to 30% move from that dollar range. Okay, it may kiss that 90 level as well. So just keep an eye on what type of level two it is. Also, keep an eye on how much is on the ask. But I think Hero should see a bounce around here. Okay, but it is high risk, so just keep in mind. Okay, what I'm looking at here is ONTY. Okay, you're seeing a bit of a reversal here. This was a big volume day for ONTY on Friday. Okay, we saw a low of $1.65 and closed at the high of the day. Okay, so watch any pullback down to the $1.80 range. I think will be a good starter entry. If it does get down to $1.50, I think that's a good optimum price range. I think if it can trade in that pattern, okay, you could see this break and test that $2.50 range. My stop close here would be a close below $1.50 on two consecutive closes. Okay. Looking at the FCEL on the weekly chart, okay, you got a bit of a breakdown, but you're approaching major support here at the $1.40 range. Okay, so watch that FCEL. Okay, optimum price range, you want it to stay above $1.40, but if it does kiss that level, watch this $1.25 range. Okay, $1.25 to $1.40 could be a good buy zone opportunity with a target of $1.70. Okay, that's my first target, $1.70. Okay, which is around this level, and then a target two of about $2, which is the 20-day moving average. Okay, ultimately, I think that this stock can hit a high of $2.50. But with that said, we will take profits on the way up. Okay, knowing and seeing this market, okay, you have to ensure to take profits along the way. That we're looking at, okay, we got a bit of a bullish reversal tail, is AMD. AMD is trading at $2.52. Watch that $2.30 to $2.40 range. Okay, if you see the RSI, it's kind of curling up. You got a little bit of a bottom settling in. Okay, my target one would be a test of that 20-day moving average at $2.60 and a target two of about $2.70. Okay, my stop close would be a close below $2.30. If it does close below $2.30, watch that $2 for next support. Okay, this is Advanced Micro Devices. Okay, the next stock is TLM. Okay, TLM. Okay, you're seeing a bit of a push higher. Okay, the stock did close at $4.29. Okay, it did see a high of $5.24. So it's a bit bearish, but watch any pullback down to that 390 to 420 level. Okay, if it does, I think that this will retest that $4.80 for about a 15% move. Target two would be $5.20. Okay, if it does get down to about $3.70, would be a great buying opportunity as well. Not sure if it gets there, but just keep an eye on the TLM. Okay. And the fib retrace, what I'm seeing, the 50% retrace here is that $4.10 range. So that's the 61.8% retrace level. So that's the level I think that if it gets there, will be a good buy zone. Okay, that's pretty much it for the small caps. Any questions on any of the small caps? Any questions on any of the small caps? Okay, so moving forward, okay, we're going to look at the OTC weekly watch list. Okay, Stow is a stock that I really like. The stock has traded from 14 to 48 in the past. Okay, it is low share structure stock. I've noticed the level 2, bit of a gap, but with sellers, okay, I like that 000 9, 10, 11 levels for buy zones. Okay, if the STOA can test that 0.001, or you guys want to place your bid, that pivot price is 16. That's 60% from that entry. So that 0.001 is optimum. Okay, right now I think the stock is extremely cheap. If anybody ends up purchasing the stock or calling it out on Twitter, I think it'll put out a good move. So my stop close would be a close below 0.001 on 2 consecutive closes. If you guys want to keep your stops closed below 0009, you can do that as well. It's only a bit of 10% difference. But just keep an eye on that level too. I think that STOA is a good buy zone at this range. It's a stock that does well on its own. Okay, the float's only 769 million as of May 20th, 2014. So not many shares there. Okay, SL. Okay, you got a bit of a bull flag step here since September. You saw a big move. Okay, from 0004 to 24. Now the stock is retracing. Okay, testing that 0008 support. So I kind of lowballed this SLIO at 0008 buy zone. Okay, had a nice move on Friday. Tested this 16 high from that 0009 level. So watch this 0008 to you got a pivot close above 13 would be a nice close for this stock. If you can close above 13 on two consecutive closes, I think that we can test that 16 and then later test that 24 level. Okay, so I think the SLIO should be on your radar. Okay, shares outstanding as of August 14, 2013, and 88 million shares. The next stock is RXMD. Okay, it did close at the low of the day. So what I'm looking at here is some panic. Okay, if the stock pulls back to 10, I think traders that like those 0.001, 0.011, 0.0012 levels, okay, this could be a good buy zone here. Okay, any panic could test that 0.001 level. Okay, um, there's talks about revenues on this stock. Authorized shares as of March 2011, pretty old, is 100 million. Float is 11 million since August 2014, and shares outstanding is 29 million as August 2014. So fairly close. It's been updated since August 2014. So just keep an eye on the RXMD. Any panic down to 10 to 13, I think will be a good buy zones. If you see huge support, okay, 14, 15, just you may want to try to get a starter here. Okay, I have not looked at the level 2. I was just looking at the chart and a big drop here last week. So just keep an eye on RXMD. Beacon is a stock that we mentioned a couple of weeks ago. It did hit a low entry of 10, which was the even number. Hit a high of 24. Since then, it's consolidating here from 9 to 11. Low share structures as of August 31st, 2014. You got 157 million shares. Authorized shares is 850 million. Okay, as of 2013. Okay, if the stock breaks below 9 and 2 consecutive closes, I would stop out. Okay, depending on what level 2 is, any buy pressure, okay, can move this stock. But again, we are seeing some stocks break below these levels. So I just want traders to be aware of this. Okay, we are in tax season, so you kind of want to get these stocks or get some buy pressure on these stocks. So that's pretty much it for what I have on the weekly watch list. Some of the stocks that I've mentioned, okay, SMAA is now posting a bit of a bottom. So what we're looking at here is a double bottom at 0007. Okay, it did test at 0007 and then it hit a high of about 1011. Okay, so watch the levels here on the SMAA. Okay, we spoke about the WDHR. Okay, had a nice close on Friday. You closed at the high of the day. Watch any pullback down to the 0009 10 level. Okay, this stock was a stock that was mentioned by one of our traders, Tango, in the chat room. The stock did pull back. I think it gave an opportunity to enter as low as 6, 7, 8, hit a high of 14, closed at a high of the day. So watch that 0009 to 10. I think the stock can test that 20 level, so you may have a scalp in there. League, another rinse and repeat stock. Okay, it did test at 12, high of 13 last week with an entry at 0008 for a nice 40% move. This was a stock that was given out via chat room for a re-entry. Okay, another stock that should do well. Okay, another stock here is RSII. Okay, this is the weekly chart. Okay, watch that 10 level, that 0008 to 11 level. I think that it could be a nice buy zone area for a rinse and repeat. Okay, MNZO, another stock that we've mentioned. Okay, is kind of in a uptrend channel. So what we want to look at MNZO from 0009 to 11. Okay, our pivot close would be a close above 0.002 on 2 consecutive closes. Okay, Sham stock that triggered. Okay, it gave an entry as low as 12 here, and since then has been trading in a nice uptrend. So what we're looking for Sham to do is to break above this 0.002 on two consecutive closes. Then I would not be surprised for this stock to start testing this 3.003 to 0.004 level. Okay, a couple other stocks that we've mentioned at buy zone. Nice level of support is the BW. And W is in a consolidation pattern. Stock has yet to break down. Okay, this is a stock that's at that 0.001 buy zones. The stock does fairly well, so just bear that in mind. Okay, that's pretty much it. I have a couple of stocks that are okay is FONU. Okay, the test at 0003 had a 3-bar drop from that level that we gave out. 0004 hit a high of 11. Okay, for a nice move. So FONU could be at that rinse and repeat buy zones. Okay. On is another trade. Thing is at levels. Okay, look at level 2s fairly thin. Okay, we are not out of the stock yet. Okay, the stock nice back in November. Okay, where it hit a low of 4, and you saw a nice move up to about 14. So just watch any buy zones, pullbacks back to this level. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if you test this once again. All right, so that's pretty much. You guys want to speak about any setups that you guys are looking at? Um, just let me know. But for now, that's pretty much what I have on my radar. Let me just go over AURT. Okay, this was a group play, which not many traders or group played, but I still think that the stock potential. I don't think that any MMs were selling. I think that people just panic. They just either just don't want to buy or just don't want to do anything with the stock. But I still like this buy zones. If any groups pick it up, I think that the stock will do good. If you guys decide not to group play it or add the eventually the stock should break above this level. Okay. What we're looking at here is a little bit of a wedge pattern. We break above this level, I would not be surprised to test that 25 point, and that's when everybody will say, "Hey, man, you know, nice move, but I got out of it a bit early." So I just think that this is a trade that should do well. Okay, I think that the stock is oversold. Looking at the level 2, okay, I don't see a huge ask. I don't see MMs playing with the stock. I just think that traders are just not interested in a group play. They're pretty much looking at other stocks, and they're kind of leaving this stock to pretty much stall or pretty much to dry up. I still think that this stock can do well on its own. I have not posted it on Twitter. I haven't posted it on anything yet. So um, I just think that this is a stock with upside potential. Usually when I talk about these stocks, it takes time for them to come to fruition. But with that said, I don't think that this stock is going to go down to 0001 like we saw others. I think if people don't want to trade it, that's another story. But eventually somebody will pick it up and it'll probably rally on its own. Okay, so that's the AURT. Okay, another stock. I think we did speak about HBRM. Okay, HBRM trades very thinly. Okay, it did get an opportunity to actually hit that 10 level, and we saw that test of 18 for 80%. Now what we're doing here is we're consolidating. Watch that pivot break above 18. Okay, I still think the HBRM can do well. Okay, we've seen the stock do well in the past here. It tested 12 and then it hit a high of 30. So you got a bit of a 200% rally here. Okay, you tested this 12 level, then we tested this 22 level. Now we're testing this 0008 master support. So I think that HBRM is still in a good buy zone. If somebody ends up picking it up, on its own. Okay. Okay. Another we're looking at is GLCO. I think we got a confirmation here on GLCO. It does have quite a bit of shares. So what you want to see here, a close above this this 0009 level. Close above 0009 on two consecutive closes. I would not be surprised for this stock to hit a high of 12. Any move, okay, or retest of this 0056 level can be a good buy zone. So watch the GLCO. Okay, keep your stops tight on the GLCO. If it does close below 0006 on two consecutive closes, I would get out. Okay, so this is another stock that I was looking at. Okay, and that's the GLCO. Okay, so if there aren't any more questions, okay, I will see you guys tomorrow. I will post this on YouTube maybe later in the week. I want to thank everybody for their loyal support. I know we've missed or we lost a couple of traders along the way, but again, it's entirely up to you to see the setups, how they play out. Okay, it's all about buying at the best opportunity, setting your setups, okay, your parameters, keeping your stops tight, and ensuring that you manage risk. Okay, we are heading into the holidays, and we will slow down. So we want traders to understand that. Okay. So again, I want to thank everybody for joining me. I will see you guys tomorrow in the markets. Okay. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you.